Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mopo. I'm a principal and co-founder of Moreloop, and today I have a story to tell. This was me, the younger me, a couple of years ago, on top of the world, just won the first prize for my older startup that I co-founded. And this is a STEAM competition, and we were all going to Silicon Valley to celebrate and visit Google and all that. And I quit my job for this because, yeah, I really wanted to go with them. I quit my comfortable job in the banking world. But then, you know, life doesn't always treat you very kindly, and basically 3 months after that, I was out. You know, some debates can lead to arguments and all that thing. So I did what Hollywood taught me to do. Go and soul search. Go out there, you know, see the scenic, beautiful things, and you know, as cliche as that might sound, it worked. It worked. When you are at peace, you know, you go back to the drawers of your memory of your childhood, and I remember this fact from when I was 5 years old. This is it. It's something that I couldn't comprehend when I was much younger. I don't know, I was 5, you know. Plastic lives 100 times longer than it. What does that mean? But it should mean one thing, that these things are piling up somewhere. And that somewhere, I don't know how soon or how big it's going to be, but 3 decades later, it is forming continents. And it's alarming. So, you know, this thought come to my mind, but at the same time, while we're producing all of this huge waste and seeing it as a problem, I was wondering whether we can see this as a new resource. So I went on a quest to see whether this is true. I went on and meet Kun Chamoy, who's a waste picker in Thailand, and hand her my PET bottle and ask her whether I can follow her, and of course she said yes. So she got a free bottle from me, sell it to a local store at Kun Sakdas, and you know, this is a smaller junk shop, and he sells it on to even bigger junk shops, and then it all got baled together and ended up in a recycling facility or a factory that, you know, goes into new life. And so I found an ecosystem, a value chain, that from a bottle it can be something different, such as clothing. You know, it creates lives and profits and values and jobs. So yes, waste can be a resource. And once you have the resource, whatever you do with them creates value unless you destroy them. But you know, if you redistribute them, you create value. You refine them, you create value. So this is something that I'm very intrigued, but all of a sudden my luck kind of changed. My friend then, now my co-founder, who's sitting over there, she introduced me to these problems of excess fabrics in the garment industry, in the garment factories. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. This thing is been piling up somewhere that we don't know. And I want to know how big this is, so I went to the books. Of course, you all are familiar with this Ellen MacArthur diagram that 88% of all of the clothing flow already have their story and their way to go. But I was wondering about this 12% down there. And the arrow just points down, and I'm not sure whether Dame Ellen MacArthur kind of know where this goes, but we kind of go and find out and know that the surplus fabric in Thailand is 350 million kilos a year. This is 1 year, okay? And this can turn into 700 million t-shirts. Times that by $2, you have a 1.4 billion market size. And the accumulation, maybe 5 years, you times that by 5. And with Asian country, you times that by another 5. You get, you know, 10 billion, $20 billion market. Which is, to me as a startup founder, it's quite intriguing. So this is where Moreloop fits. We are an online surplus fabric market. And this is how our business model works. Basically, the garment industry sells it. We actually upload it onto our platform. And then allow all the SMEs to access. I mean, everybody has internet. So we are a market that opens for all, 24 hours. And this is how it looks like. It's online. We dissected everything, all the information, and with this free infinite space, it's awesome. And we go into the online deliberately because we would like this problem to be able to solve at scale. And this is a success story that we went into defect printing manufacturing. And then we get all of these really random clothing, and then we bundle it up together and call it a surprise bag for people to buy. And actually we sold like 200 kilos of this. And this story especially is quite special because a daughter bought it for her elderly mother of 80 years old. And then, she was making all of these things. And this is the closed loop already. It turns into new products. She gave it to her friend as a souvenir. At the same time, she realized the value and the skill that she used to have when she was younger. And the movement doesn't stop. We have designers coming in, turn it into beautiful things. Corporation talk to us. We enter into joining the competition in Thailand. We also partnering up with governments, design schools, green enterprises. And then the latest, ladies and gentlemen, dashboard, then storyboard, world first for you to see is our concept for Moreloop brand. It's coming. We've been joined by a very young and talented designer in Thailand, and she really into our way of thinking. So this forum would like me to define a niche market. So I asked myself that also, when I read the topic, and I was like, I'm not sure whether the define is the right word, or I think the right word is more of a search or a shift in the mindset. Because once you shift into the circular mindset, the niche market defines itself. And we are embracing this, and I think we have found something that we can work on. But the more difficult part, the design part the finding part is not that difficult actually, when you think about it. But to pursue it patiently and perseveringly that's the challenge. And we come back to the 12%. Not only that we would like to make a success in terms of the business, but we also would like to feed in the circular mindset in this 12%. The surplus fabric there will come to Moreloop, and Moreloop will then sell it online at scale to all the fashion designers, and they will all turn this into something that consumer would like, and the consumer then believe in this, and it feeds back into the industry again. And the loop will go on perpetually. But of course, we couldn't have done this alone. I myself couldn't do it alone. This is the team of a very talented people who believe in the same thing. We have the second generation garment owner, fashion designer, the waste experts, and all of our information is affirmed by him. And of course, tech and IT to minimize the cost and move us very fast. And so, circular economy taught me actually to look beyond myself, to look something bigger than myself. Because in the circular economy, for it to work, everybody has to win, including the planet. And so, I think we all have the same belief that we want to make a circular economy a reality. So what are you waiting for? Come and say hi to us. Thanks.